In My Opinion podcast, co-op business.
What's up, man? It's In My Opinion, Mr. Benefit of the Doubt, you know what I'm saying? Got a special one, another special one, you know, with the Beat Hoarders, you know, Mr. Matthews. Over here, I got my co-host, first of all, you know what I'm saying, Dream Team co-host, Aunt G. What's up?
What it is, sitting in for my man, CUZO.
Oh, man, you know what I'm saying, the team, well, that Dream Team.
Yeah.
Dog. So, you know what I'm saying, over here, go ahead, introduce yourself, man, tell them, boy, who you is.
I am Mr. Matthews, the Black Jewel, a.k.a. Knuckles from M&E,
Okay.
from the CO-OP, also known as the Corporation.
Yeah, that's what it is, man. Y'all heard it here first, huh? Maybe not first, but you heard it here. You know what I'm saying? So where y'all from, man? How y'all link up? You know, what is the co-op?
Good question. Where did we link up at? I'm originally from Philly, and the majority of us are from other places. So we linked up in Goose Creek. Yeah. Some of us from Sangaree, some of us was from Goose Creek. So that's how we linked up. The short of the question.
All right, yeah, for sure, man. So you know what I'm saying. So how do you know the Beat Hoarders and the whole project, the co-op? How you came up with that name, or who came up with that name, or where that concept come from?
Well, let's get to the basics so we can make it easy.
All right, do that.
The co-op is a family. It consists of several different elements. There's a group called the Stormtroopers, which consists of Nikki Braswell, Ed Guy, Mitch the Kid, and several others. And the co-op is consisted of also, we have Ron Johnson, Tom Dirt, we have, who else we have in the co-op? King Napa, I myself, of course, and several others from over the years.
So I mean, the co-op is two producers coming together with their connections and
forming
one Voltron type team.
Yeah, more or less. Yeah. Since the beginning. Yeah, we're all been individual MCs that have our own goals, but we come together as a family, more or less. That's the easiest way to say it. We're solo acts inside of an act.
Okay.
So to
answer your immediate question, the Beat Hoarders consist of me and Nikki Braswell, two producers, one from the Stormtroopers, one from the co-op. We decided to put together a conglomerate of beats for the albums and let all the MCs rhyme on all the beats. Then after that, you'll see me produce several different albums over the years.
Okay.
So that's how that works. That's who the Beat Hoarders are. Me and Nikki Braswell. There you go.
So that's what the album was. The Beat Hoarders.
Yes.
That whole project.
Yes. It's a conglomerate of everybody involved in the movement, more or less.
Yeah.
It's a collaborative effort.
Okay.
Basically, there's a couple solo songs on it. I have two. He has two. I think Ron Johnson has one, but the rest of it is just collaborative effort, basically. Yeah.
Man, that's what's up, man. So, like, how long? Because I realized, you know what I'm saying, within the line, I know you've been reaching out to me, like, you know, since November, and we've been reaching out to each other. You know, because you saw I'm starting what I'm doing. I see y'all making a strong push. So, you know, how long was this push planned, and like, what's the strategy? Like, is now the time?
Yeah, now's the time. The strategy has been in the making since, shall I say, the beginning of COVID. Really.
Okay.
We were bored. I mean, a lot of us have, you know, at that time kind of put up our shields on the mantle, you know, for a little while. You know, life happens.
Yeah, for sure.
The MC is in you, but you got life. We're kids. So it got to the point like, well, you know, we all home. We can't really hang out. So
that's right.
You know, it really got us intrigued when we start seeing versus battles.
Okay.
When we start seeing versus battles, I'm like, you know,
inspiration.
Yeah, so it started from like taking some of our greatest hits that we done locally and we started pinning ourselves together. You know, for the people who know us, like, well, what if Tom Dirt went against Ron Johnson? Ooh.
All right. So y'all got no battles. Y'all got battles like that?
Yeah.
Battles like that?
Yeah. I mean,
man,
it's
on the vault, dog.
Yeah. We did like 6 of them. We pinned ourselves against each other. Like, and we even had instrument players go against each other. It was pretty interesting. So that really sparked the interest. And more or less, well, you know what? Got nothing else to do. So I got to work on the music.
Yeah.
I came up with an idea of, I had read a book that, I can't remember the name of the book, but each page in the book told a different story. It wasn't like it was each page, the whole book was one story. Each page told a different story. The story was over when the book, when the page was over.
Yeah, for sure.
So I came up with the idea of, what if music was like that? What if I made a book of beats that each page or beat told a different story?
Okay.
So I said, well, I got a concept called 56 pages. So what I did was I made 56 different beats. So at that point,
How long did it take you to make 56 different beats?
I worked on it.
How long you been making beats?
Yeah.
To answer that question, probably 25 years, maybe.
25. So you got something in there. You got some stuff.
Yeah. But I wanted to be new. I wanted to be fresh. I wanted to keep us wrinkled, but I wanted to stay clean at the same time. We still got to stay up with the time, more or less. But I still wanted to be me.
Right.
So
Sure.
I started searching for certain things, and you know, one thing came to another. I never really timed how long it took me to make those beats because I took off so fast. I want to say 3 months.
So you had, how many beats you say you had?
For this specific project,
Yeah.
56.
56. So those beats from over time, you put all your beats, some of your beats together.
No, I made them all fresh.
Okay, so how long did it take you to do that? That's what I'm gonna get to.
Maybe 90 days.
Okay.
Maybe 90 days. Just
I know
from
you put it in depth into
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just from, now I probably made, I don't know, 100 beats in that time frame, but I'm just saying, my first 56, I was like, I'm in this mindset, I got an idea, my first 56 off the shelf, I'm giving it to them. So what I did was, how many of you guys familiar with fantasy football? You familiar with fantasy football? You familiar with how the draft works?
Right.
So what I did was, took all my favorite MCs who were my friends, and I posed a draft, basically. So each beat had a number. So I gave everybody the beats.
How many people you talking about? Like
seven.
Okay.
Seven.
Okay. Is it 56 fire beats?
Yeah.
All of them fire.
Yeah. They're fire, but they're all different.
Ain't no fighting over nothing.
Yeah. But that's how I stopped the fight.
Right.
When I have the draft.
Okay. Okay. I got you.
See what I'm saying? So I gave everybody all 56 beats 30 days prior to the draft. Well, all 28. I lied because the first 28 I gave out.
Okay.
I decided I made beats for certain individuals because I know my MCs to know who likes what. The next 28 I made the draft for. So they had time to think. We all got together. We drafted. They started making songs. We then decided to go on what we now call a rap retreat, where we take 3 days, we went out of town, we rented a house, and did nothing but music. Nothing. That's all we did. Tuning out from another world, just us, and it was really good to be back hanging with your homies.
Right.
That's what this journey is basically about. Yeah,
for real. That's what this is about right here too. Man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's been more about the journey than the music at this point. Yeah. It's like, it's just been so fun.
Right.
So we took the retreat. We started taking retreats to just do music, and so we accomplished doing. I broke them down to everybody's going to have 8 songs. Well, 9 now because we had one drop out. Everybody has 9 songs on their album. Only one song is a collaborated song on each person's album. The Beat Hoarders album consists of all of my beats for the first one. The instrumentals and the interludes to it are Nikki Braswell's. That's how it breaks down for the first one. But the second album is half and half. I got 6.
The co-op idea, did you bring him in or did he?
Well, he's just part of the family. He's just part of the family. All of it's co-op.
Okay.
All of it's co-op.
Okay.
All of it is. Everything is. That's the umbrella. Co-op. Then everybody falls under the umbrella. Everybody has their own job under the umbrella.
How you keep? So you pass it on. You know what I'm saying? Because that's one of the things I deal with. How you keep everybody motivated behind the same project, or do some people step up, or do? What's the case with that? Everybody hungry? Everybody real hungry?
Or everybody just play a position of a rapper, you the producer?
Yeah. How
you?
With that much
is it a team of bosses?
Both.
Both,
to be honest with you, because what keeps us hungry is the competitive spirit. From, did you hear this man rhyme? he ain't gonna outdo me. We still got that.
Mm-hmm.
We still inspire each other.
Yeah.
That works. So I mean, it's not the outside. It's like I can't change the band right now either. But that is the competitive spirit in it that keeps it moving, and everybody just does what they do. I mean, Tom Dirt's a producer. I'm a producer.
Okay.
Nikki Brazo's a producer. Typical Lee's a producer. It's just I just simply had an idea.
Yeah.
And said, well, let's do this. I got an idea. Let's see if this works.
All right. So you got the clicks, everything going on, like so. But the visual and the dropping this year and the push, is that one of your visions specifically? Like you know what I'm saying specifically?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We said, well, after the 56 songs up, that was only. Let me see. That's the Beat Hoarders' first album. That's King Nappa's album. That's Tom Dirt album. That's Typical Lee's album, and that's Ed Guy's album. Everything else past that, the tree just grew. Because after everybody made their albums, it's right now to where we so competitive. When King Nappa album dropped, I want to say maybe 70% of the crew has not heard it.
Yeah.
So they're like, what? I mean, they got a little,
So why the lineup is the way? Is that the planned lineup? Or is it going that way because somebody stepped up? Or is the lineup already been set?
Lineup's already been set.
Already been set.
So
you got King Nappa right now. You had the Beat Hoarders. Anything between that we missed?
Nope. You ain't missed nothing so far. The Beat Hoarders was first because it was a collaboration. February was the first one. The last one is January.
King Nappa, you feel like that's a strong start, like the band hit you with the first
Yeah, the first solo, yeah, I think so, because
superhero music, where that come from? Do you know
I can kind of answer that for him, I guess. King Nappa is a brute on the mic, shall we say, he's a Highlander, as we like to call him.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just his swag. Look, we gonna be superheroes. Why not?
Yeah. I like the shit.
It's pretty different. He's pretty upfront.
Do you know where? I'm actually another question I was going to ask him. Do you know where his name come from? King Nappa. Like how he came with the concept to be called King Nappa. I know that it's King Nappa's in that's a place in Africa or something, right? Or,
all right.
I know he had a show too.
Let me get the story right. Okay. His dad's nickname is Kidnapper.
Oh, okay.
So he calls himself Kidnapper Son.
Okay.
So he took the kid off and said King. So it's King Nappa.
What? That's some deep shit right there.
I hope I got the story right.
Definitely. Man, that's what's up. I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
That's deep. Anything we all do deep, man. I get it. Do you feel like this is the time for this type of push? Like, do you feel like the world is tired of the same old type of repetitious type of music, negative?
I'm gonna answer
like real hip hop. Is this the time right now? I mean, I'm a trap. I like trap music like all the time. You know what I'm saying? But I respect good music. You know what I'm saying? Right. Check y'all go out. I came to see, and that's why I was happy. I came to check y'all out live too, because the feeling was really something that I'm like, damn, I want this too. I want that good music that just laid back, tired of all that violence. You know what I'm saying? I was just wondering.
Basically, that mumble music.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, man.
So, do you have a buzz out here right now? You feel like you got a buzz?
How you feel about the movement, and what's the plan for the movement? I don't know. We didn't switch questions 100 times on you.
I think I can answer them. Well,
see, that all sums it up, though. The buzz. You feel like
the plan. We don't look at it as the times now. We got the irons hot. We got to strike.
Okay.
It's just something that happened. Like, hey, let's do music. We still enjoy just the music. So we're just taking advantage of the amenities on how to push the music. So it's not so much of, we're trying to become the greatest rappers of all time right now. No, it's just, hey, I can rhyme really good. Hey, check this out.
Right.
It's just for us. It's just that simple, and I think if we keep that, that pureness, that authenticity, because we get words like that when people hear our music, they be like, "Oh, it sounds so clean. It sounds so real. It sounds so authentic. It sounds like a breath of fresh air." And I'm like,
it is.
That's what I'm shooting for. Honesty. Like, hey, just dudes with a microphone. That's what we grew up. That's what we know. So for us, it's just, hey, we've got so much, and these are all new. Everything that's coming out has just been recorded in the last 90 days.
Okay.
That's not including anything that we've recorded in the last 10, 12, 20 years.
Yeah. So you putting that out and then mixing that little bit.
That's what
I know what you're doing.
That's
all new material. So y'all doing all new material.
You doing new material, but you know when you need a filler, you got a filler.
I mean,
that's genius.
Eventually, we want to get to an idea to where. Well, my goal was to just. Let's put ourselves in a situation where we can put out music whenever we feel like it.
Hey man, that's
it's
true.
It's not about the competition of
all
like this and all that.
Then you can just
hey, we got the internet. We got everything live. We're digital.
Yeah,
we're digital now. Yeah. We got QR codes. Yeah. We got sponsors. We got podcasts. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like just all kind of. It's just
right at your fingertip.
I've been getting phone calls from Ethiopia in the last 2 weeks.
That's crazy.
I've been getting phone calls from India in the last 2 weeks.
So what are the phone calls about? Like when you say that?
Can we get beats? You guys are nice. Just the outreach and the pureness of the music, like it's reaching people. It's reaching people beyond Charleston.
Beyond Charleston.
I mean, I always was a strong believer of try to get out of the area.
Yeah.
More or less. Of course, you got to take your own hood.
Yeah.
Of course, you can own your own hood, but you can't. You can't
see how I see it though. See, Charleston doesn't have a hunger for that type of music you guys do. Charleston is on the trap music,
but it's always been
the young music, you know. And it's if you ain't from Charleston, see, you really got to get your fan base on you, you know, with your beats. Yeah. Your beats got to be nice, you know. So,
but you know,
it's good that you got out of Charleston.
I feel like the type of music they drop gonna always have that fan base. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's one of them things that if you can you just gotta tap into more of that fan base that's gonna be a hardcore fan base for true hip hop or whatever type of music it is. Right. And it might be slower, but when you lock them in, they're true fans for life. You know what
I mean, but it's a lot of the young cats listening to music right now. Wow. You see what I'm saying? And we can't, so y'all trying to bring it back to where we listening again.
Yeah.
Well,
and not just listening to the beats.
Right.
Jamming in the car, listening to the beats. You can listen to an album.
That is always important, man. Always going.
I just try. Here's me and Ryan Johnson talk about this. When we decide to come out and we decide to do this, we knew some of the main questions was going to be the comparison from old to new, and we just don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And
that's the best thing.
Right.
That's because as long as you enjoy
where the mic at, bro?
Putting in work.
Right.
Yeah.
Can you rhyme?
Right.
That's the question.
I know that, right.
Can you rhyme? That's what we give a fuck.
Right.
Can you rhyme? That's it. I mean, we ain't interested.
So what's your work ethic on doing the project you're doing? Like, cause this is a strong move right here. Right.
Shouts out to my wife.
I see it, man. I know.
Shouts out to my wife.
I didn't know that work
for allowing me and supporting me in this movement. I will say that. Shouts out to my wife because I just woke up with this one day. Mm-hmm. It wasn't like I just woke up with this idea. So shouts out to my wife for allowing me to even venture out because life's changed. But to answer your question, my work ethic.
Like, how much time during the week do you put forth?
I never calculated because it's 20, 30 maybe off. I mean, if I'm just going to throw a number out there, 20, 30. But here's the thing. We set ourselves up for so much success. I'm not going home to do any music right now. I'm going home to go hang out with the lady. We're going bowling because I did all this last year. That's what I'm saying. It's already done. Yeah. The only thing, to be honest with you, the only thing we're doing right now is waiting for the weather to get better so we can shoot some little bit more.
Yeah, and that's where it's at though. Hey, yo, if y'all get a chance to check out the Co-op live performance, you know, it's definitely, I felt the energy. You can really feed the movement.
We're going to be doing something else. I'm glad you
mentioned.
mentioned the show. We're going to be doing something else this summer. We're going to be doing something called pop-up shows.
Okay.
But we're going to, the set you saw, you might see that set downtown. You might see that set in Somerville. We have mapped out certain areas that I'll tell you off camera.
Yeah, okay.
Where we're going to be. We're going to set up shows. It's going to be a 10, 15-minute show.
Yeah.
We're going to hit you. We're going to move. It's going to be somewhere else.
Go out. In my opinion, podcast.
Hit you.
What it is, man.
You're going to see me somewhere else.
You heard it first.
I thought y'all was over here waiting for If you don't see it, then it'll be live. That's what I'm saying. It's about just enjoying the music. And we're not trying to compete.
Yeah,
Right.
sure.
We're not trying to compete.
Right.
People, I knew that I was like, they're not going to ask her, like, yeah, it's going to be us against them, bro. Trust me. I'm like, yeah, this is the sixth time. I'm like, yeah, well, that's not what we. We're so. What? Who?
So I mean, so what's some type of rappers that influence you and your? Because apparently you and your crew, y'all boy tight. You know each other.
We come from the
so
golden
like,
era.
y'all come from the same cloth.
Yeah.
You could tell by what's
like, what's a rapper that influenced you, man? And name somebody new, that's new that you be like, oh, you know, I like the way this new dude moving. You know, amongst whatever's going on.
I actually like J. Carlo.
Okay.
I actually like him. He's really good. I like the baby. He can go when he want to.
Yeah,
he can
like
go.
Well, I just like the beat.
But I mean, to ask, to my inspirations were, people like Chris Parker, Black Thought. My favorite MC is Redman.
There you go.
That era of competitiveness. That's where I used to take old church tapes and make copies of Roxanne, stuff like that. First show I ever been to, which turned me on to like true essence of.
You seen Netflix joint with Roxanne?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Man, it's hot.
Yeah.
Something with Netflix, boy.
My first show I ever been to was the Raising Hell tour. So for me, when I saw that tour, that's what I said to myself. Oh, I can do that.
Right.
For me, it's the stage. I mean, I think, for me, I like to perform on stage. It's the performance.
And one band won't get on. I didn't cut you off, but like the live bands, because y'all used to do live bands and stuff.
Well,
right?
I did.
What was that?
That was me being in a group called the New Image Band. Shouts out to the NIB.
That let you know.
Me and Josh, who's from the co-op. Started. Josh started a band called the New Image Band. I came on a couple of years later, and we're in year 16 right now.
Y'all got like instruments and shit too, like guitar,
a full 6-piece.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. See,
so you say y'all okay? So you still that's still in production. Production that's still moving.
Yeah. It's just the money ain't in the club. It's in the private shows. It's just I can't invite nobody to a show because they pay you to do something else or something different. The money's in the private show. I can't invite you to my house.
Yeah,
but I made sure that when I made the 56 pages, I made sure that I made every beat conducive to instruments. So when we decide to go inside a building
and do
it will be a live instrumentation show.
That shit hard. That shit hard.
So
that shit is different. That shit hard.
That's where the real money.
What about capturing that on video or something?
I mean that's a no question. Okay. But it's just everything's a process. You want to make sure this time around I'm older, wiser. Syntax not rhyme. I'm older, wiser, bolder. I want to make sure I cross all T's, dot all I's, and make sure we take the proper steps and don't rush to do anything. Right now we're over, I think, almost 25,000 spins for the video we put out. Word. So people excited. I'm like,
you gotta be excited, but
relax.
Yeah. But are you a producer first or a rapper first?
MC.
Yeah, MC first.
Yeah, I learned how to rhyme first.
Yeah.
I started making beats because in my crew, nobody would make beats for Cats in Goose Creek.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it what it is. I'm gonna just say it what it is. When we started, the co-op used to be the LOF. in Stratford High School.
Mm.
And I don't know if you
hold on. See,
that boy with the Stratford.
Right. And that's why I remember.
The boy cut this shit different.
No, that's where I remember them from.
Oh, you remember the LOL?
Yeah. I'm trying to name this dude I know, man, who I know you deal with, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember his name,
bro.
bro.
You know what I'm saying?
So, go ahead, bro.
The producers, now mind you, we put money together to buy our first laboratory, which was what me and you call the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
The lab was in the bottom, which we call the lab. Everybody know for us, on our side, it's called, on y'all side, for us, it's called the LAB. Okay. Everybody know what a lab is.
Yeah.
So, but the producers were from Somerville. So, they kind of catered to the Somerville MCs, more or less. I mean, everybody got beats, but it's a little bit different because you're personal friends with somebody.
That's crazy.
But I mean, we're young.
Some of it was you wouldn't think.
We all the same rap it's still so close. So I started learning. I mean, now granted, the equipment lived where I live, so I didn't make anything. I just was an MC, so I started making tracks for myself.
So I know
that's
Matthews
my
for a
reason.
long time. The first time I remember in my head, like the vision I can remember back in the day with Mr. Matthews right here, is I remember going over there with like Daniel and Lano. And he was
shouts out to Freak.
Yeah, Freak. You know what I'm saying? For real, man. They're my peoples right there. You know what I'm saying? I remember, venturing over there because they're a little older. Donell a little older than me. Daniel a little older than me, maybe 1 or 2 years. How old you is Donell?
I'm 47 now.
47. God, they way older than me.
Yeah, way older.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, man.
Hey.
7 on the mic. We call it old new music.
Right.
Oh yeah, we past 40, they all the same.
Exactly.
Up until you get like 70 or some shit.
Yeah, that's right.
And then,
word.
You start seeing the age.
Right.
Yeah. Once again.
Yeah. I got
man. So I remember that. So where you been at? You remember? You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. So what was going on there? Like how young that was?
If you're talking about bringing them through the lab, I had to be at least. We didn't get the lab till 97, so we're talking anywhere from 97 to 2000.
Long time, been doing it.
Yeah.
Been doing it. They just did some with Kwame.
Yeah.
One of the only videos.
Shouts out to Critical.
Hey, Critical, hey.
Shouts out to Critical.
He be mad at me right now. I swear.
Oh, he already know Kwame.
He be like, man, why you call me Kwame?
Yeah,
man, Critical, I'm like, why you call my real name?
Shouts out to Critical. Man. I know better.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I love it, man. What it is, they're gonna slip out. I'm gonna edit it out.
Yeah. Me and man. We go back. We
that's
family.
An early video. Remember when you been early video. Before that shit was out there like that, so you already been tapping in.
Yeah, that was with.
Get prepared for how the world is now. It's the future now.
Yeah, it's the future now. It's so accessible. It's so accessible. I mean, there's some of the things we do, like we're in the process of doing our merchandising and our website and stuff, because now we're not 20 and broke. We're 40 with good jobs, so we can afford to do shit. Right. So it's a total different field. Like,
for sure.
Oh shit, we got money in the bank.
Yeah, you know what it takes.
It's real.
We plan for it.
Yeah, you plan. Here you go. We're doing this. Bam. What? When? How? What time? Who? Okay. So we just pulling together all our resources.
Right.
It's fun. I mean, that's why I'm not really. That's what I'm looking for. I'm not really anxious. I'm just enjoying the moment.
Yeah.
I'm trying to stay in the moment. Like, I'm really excited for Abdur's album tomorrow. This is the second one I ever did with him.
Yeah.
But I'm really excited because everybody else is excited.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, let me hear. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna let you hear. You gotta get it on Spotify tomorrow. Just like
I'm in the mood right now. My show. Yeah. Got you over here setting the thing up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Co-op. You know what I'm saying? Superhero, Kidnapper. I mean, come on. I was gonna call. I think we're calling the show, Long Live King Napper.
Yeah, Long Live King Napper. You know what I'm saying? Because
that's the only thing I was thinking. Names, and I was like, yo. That's what y'all promoting right now, right?
Yep, King Napper.
You know what I'm saying?
King Napper tomorrow. Long live King Napper. Long live the King. The King.
A couple more questions, man. We're gonna shut the thing out. You know what I'm saying? What's the matter of fact, this is one personal for me. How do you feel about Kanye West? As far as an artist or whatever not even an artist, This was how you move. Cause I think Kanye West a genius, man.
I mean, I agree with you. I separate the two. I mean, I don't really get into all the politics.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, he dope. Yeah. I mean, he say stuff.
Yeah.
And everybody don't agree with it, but that comes with money and power.
Yeah, right, for sure.
Right.
You know how they say, you find out who the real person is.
Oh, yeah, that personality.
You see the joint on Netflix, though? That shit real good, though.
It is good.
Yeah. It's good, man. It let you see the progression and the hunger and the being denied.
He's still slightly. And
I got a quick question.
Yeah.
In your opinion, who is the number one MC in y'all camp?
That's a great question.
Ooh. Rank them. I want to get a ranking.
The lineup.
Okay, I'm not going to rank them as best. I have favorites for my own because certain people are easier to make beats for than others. Mm-hmm. And when I say that, I mean that, for instance, I could give Tom Dirt a Rare shirt, a plain Rare shirt. Right. But he gonna rock the fuck out that shirt.
I know that right. Swag anything.
I may give Chris Lee the Red shirt, but it might be a polo button up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. I might give King Napa that same red shirt, but I gotta make sure it's cufflinks on it.
Okay.
Stuff like that. But it could still be the same red shirt.
Yeah, that's good.
I can give Ron Johnson that same red shirt.
Ron Johnson can do it. That's Blood of Koala, right?
But
what's going on now?
The shirt gonna be open.
It's gonna be up.
Yeah, exactly. Right. The same red shirt. It's just, I mean, I know how to tailor them. So I think I know how to get, I be having ongoing jokes with producers in the crew because, I mean, we even have shit like beat battles. Like, we had a full-fledged fucking beat battle between each other because somebody said something in the crew about somebody else beat. Yeah. Motherfucker, what you want?
That's the argument you want.
Yeah, we got rules.
Good arguments right there.
Yeah, we got good rules. Like, okay, you want to go? All right, you got to do an hour of beats. Beats that ain't nobody rhyme over, they got to be new. All right, bet. You got 30 days. All right, we gonna go.
You can't help but win like that.
Nah, we gonna go. Yeah, that's what it is. Right. So I mean, we do that today. Like, so I mean, it's
straight daily scrimmages.
Yeah. So
there you go.
So it's a different little mentality. Like we live in our own little world, and we just decide to say, all right, y'all we're gonna share. It still feels funny being here sharing stuff that's 30 years old. Like, yeah, we can talk for hours about certain things, but I don't really have a way to. I know how to dress them.
Yeah.
I know what to wear. I think I know how to get the best out of them, and I know how to put this person on the track with this person on the track. But this specific go around, I challenged them because I didn't give them everything that they're used to. I didn't give them, fastballs across the plate. I threw sinkers and curves. So they didn't like it. They didn't really like it. I even made situations where, okay, if you don't like your beat and you just can't rap over it, you have to trade it with somebody else. You can't get no new one. Right. So just like fantasy, and you have to tell me to trade. So there were interactions change because, and then somebody would hear a beat and was like, I gave that beat away because somebody else made it look hotter than what they thought about. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. It's still the same thing. Go back to the red shirt, like, damn, if I don't.
And the whole crew like that, the whole everything moving like that right now. Like, yo, we making this move right now. It's coming out.
Everybody,
drop to it. You better get it, but you better make it hot.
The current status of the co-op right now is whose video was hotter. We got niggas out there getting ready to try to build props for their videos. Whose video is hotter right now?
When Ron Johnson coming out? When that coming out?
May 3rd.
Oh damn, is that?
Yeah. No. Thomas is April 5th.
Okay.
Tom Dirt April 5th. Ron Johnson May 3rd. Beat Hoarders
Damn,
June
wait,
3rd.
so is this movement for the year or this movement forever?
I
know
that is a good question.
right now.
That is a good question. We see who wins. Also, Father Time. We'll see who wins. So like I said, I don't know. It may or may not taper off. Who knows? I mean, like I said, my dream was to create the platform.
Yeah.
We just took it and ran with it.
Right.
So, like, I never completely said that, hey, I want to do 2 albums. I just said, well, you know, I want to do one solo album for each of my homeboys that I produced. Nobody else only did it. I want to do something for you, per se.
All right, so, man, you know, I'm going to close it up, man, in my opinion podcast. But I got one more question. What's the end goal? What's the future? What, you know, even if it's just, what's going on? What's next, man? What's the end goal? I want to know the end goal.
I mean, the end goal is to keep making good music. I mean, if I ever...
In my opinion podcast, co-op business.